today's show.
The Warriors pump the Nuggets, KD gets tossed, and Russell pays tribute to hustle.
In Crossfire, we pick the first-round matchups we'd like to see, the best NBA taunts, and plans for the ultimate Dirk party.
And we debate whether the new Wizards GM job is really all that desirable.
It's Wednesday, April 3rd. The starter starts now.
Good evening, sweet world, and welcome to The Starters, presented by Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 and Tennessee Honey. I'm J.E. Skeets. Alongside me, as always, we got Tass Mellis, we've got the Aussie Lee Ellis, and over yonder, that's the bearded one, that's Trey Kirby.
Hey-yo!
Hey-yo! Trey, what's up tonight?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at #TheStarters. And guys, last night, Russell Westbrook did something that most NBA fans have never seen before, tallying 20 points, 21 assists, and 20 rebounds to post the first 20-20-20 game since Wilt. According to Russ, he did it to honor Nipsey Hussle.
That wasn't for me, man. That was for my bro, man. That's for Nipsey, man. 20 plus 20 plus 20. They know what that means, man. That's for my bro.
Very cool, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. But as SB Nation's Tom Ziller noted, since we've never seen it before, we don't know what to call a 20-20-20. Do you call it a triple 20, a double triple double, a triple double double, a triple frontier? Probably not the last one, but it is a good question, and it is in fact today's question. What is a good nickname for a 20-20-20 stat line? For instance, earlier today, I saw Alex Wong say that a 20-20-20 game from now on should be referred to as the Triple Russell. Pretty good, but somebody responded to him saying, I was thinking Tripsy Dussel. Tough to say, but it works. As for me, I'm going with a nugget party because anytime you get 3 20 pieces, that's a party, my friends. You just gotta sauce it up. But we want to hear from you, so let us know on Twitter what's a good nickname for a 20-20-20 game. Send them to us at #TheStarters. We'll hear from you later.
All right, get your tweets in on tonight's show. Tass and Lee step into the crossfire. We're going to discuss the new Wizards GM job and whether it's really all that desirable. We got a very solid play, but let's start with a little true or false. TK, you got the questions. We'll debate the answers. Let's do it.
All right, it's a good thing Russell Westbrook went crazy because last night's big 1 versus 2 game was a dud, as the Warriors crushed the Nuggets on the strength of 28, 13, and 5 from DeMarcus Cousins. The win gave Golden State the tiebreaker over Denver, leaves them 2 games up for home court advantage with just 5 games remaining. Guys, true or false, the Nuggets pose no threat to the Warriors?
I think that's true because Nikola Jokic out there doesn't have a very good matchup against the Golden State Warriors. With Jokic out there, that means DeMarcus Cousins is out there, and because Cousins is out there, that just elevates the Warriors' already ridiculous talent level to another level. If you're going to beat the Warriors, DeMarcus Cousins has to be a liability out there. But this is just a perfect matchup for Cousins, who used to be a number 1 option on offense. Now he can be the 3rd, 4th, or 5th option on this team and just go at it against the guy who's perfectly sized for him. This is 3 or 4 All-Stars with Jokic on the floor makes Golden State have 5 All-Stars.
Yeah.
It's just too much to handle.
Yeah, I mean, Jokic is an incredibly talented and gifted player on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, against DeMarcus Cousins, who can use his body to just kind of bully him out the way, there's really not much Jokic can do. He tries to move his feet and get in the way, but he just can't do much. And then Boogie can also step out and knock down that 3-pointer. So it really almost nullifies the effectiveness of Jokic, particularly on the defensive end, but then on the offensive end as well. It sort of threw him out of his rhythm because he doesn't have to be shooting to be effective. He can do other things, but I think you saw he was kind of just out of rhythm last night because of what Boogie was doing to him on the defensive end for Denver. But really, this is okay, though, for Denver because this is their first trip to the playoffs with this team. So they're going to learn about what it takes to win and to what it's like to be the Warriors going into the playoffs. And they're not expected to win the championship this year, but they are expected to learn and to understand what it takes. So I don't see them really as being a big threat to the Warriors right now, but I think this is a very important step for them to take to understand what could happen in the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, Cousins was great offensively, 28, 13, and 5, but I thought he did a tremendous job defensively, too, on Jokic, and so did Draymond Green, matching up. And look, you sort of take away the Joker from the Nuggets, you've sort of stopped their offense, because that's just how much they run through him. So a great game, yeah. If you got a motivated Cousins and just a motivated Warriors team in general, who's going to beat them? Not many teams. I mean, and look, the Dubs moved 2 games up now on the Nuggets in terms of the race for the number 1 seed, so it's basically a lock that they're going to have it. You're going to have to go through the Oracle in the Western Conference to get to the finals. And the other part is, I mean, the Rockets must be happy with this result, right? They won again as well over the Kings last night, Harden and the Rockets. They're still in the 3rd seed, half a game up on the Blazers. You don't want to be the 4th seed is what I'm getting at here. You want to be in 2-3 because now it's, again, a lock that the Warriors are going to be that 1 seed. So you're going to see them later, in theory, in the playoffs. So they're happy, I'm sure, about that as well.
I guess so, yeah. The Nuggets just are too similar to the Golden State Warriors. They run everything through their center. The Warriors want to run everything through their center, running guys off of them. You're going strength versus strength. Not so good. And that's why Houston is a better matchup because, number one, they go at DeMarcus Cousins a lot more because it's guard play. And two, it's just not the same. It's guard play, so it's not center versus center. It's not, hey, we're trying to beat you at your own game.
And they're
it's
also
far
just
different.
Shoot 50, 60 threes and hope 25 of them fall on a given night. Maybe they will get you win. Sometimes they miss 27 in a row. It gets you a loss. But that's how they play. All right, our next one, Trey.
All right, Kevin Durant scored 21 points and had a couple of huge dunks in last night's win. He did it in just 21 minutes as Durant was ejected early in the third quarter after picking up 2 quick but deserved technicals for arguing with referee Zach Zarba. Golden State is always amongst the league leaders in technicals. So guys, true or false? The Warriors challenging referees will hurt them.
It's false. Challenging them is okay. What Durant did last night, though, he stepped over the line. Warriors are up big, and maybe there was a missed call there on that Durant air ball. There certainly didn't warrant that reaction, though, from Kevin Durant to get right in Zach Zarba's face and to start swearing at him and carrying on and getting into him. He deserved to be ejected for that, no question about it. But if there is a missed call, absolutely you can say to the referee, hey, come on, man, you missed that one. But you know what? Forget about it, move on. And then the referees won't hold anything against you. I'm not saying the referees had this premeditated in their mind, they're going to throw someone out. But when Durant gets right in your face like that, he doesn't really give the referee a whole lot of choice. You could see Steve Kerr sort of trying to calm him down there, and Durant just kept going, so the ref threw him out. But so if you behave like that, that could cost you. But if you actually approach it in a more professional manner, then I think the referees will respect you a little more.
Yeah, the refs don't have to feel bad about tossing a Golden State Warrior superstar because they got another 3 on their roster. Everything is fine. I think they're trying to sort of reel it in that game. They're calm, and you could see DeMarcus Cousins sort of try and stop Kevin Durant from doing it. They understand what's happening. They're amongst the league leader in techs and players ejections, but it doesn't matter.
No.
The same thing happened last year.
Right.
The exact same thing. We were sitting here in March giving them a worst of the week because they were arguing. They were getting furious with officials, and they turned it around. They're bored.
I was going to say,
get mad.
I think they do this on purpose because
That's what we said last year, for sure.
it's become, to some extent, like 5-on-5s doesn't even feel fair. I think to them, they know they could beat absolutely anyone. Well, what makes it a little more interesting? 5-on-8. So now they got the refs on the other team, and now we got to get it all. We got to get pumped up and fight against that, and literally like maybe get them engaged in a weird way. And this is not a big deal because Durant's at 15 techs, and his next one cost him a game. Same with Draymond, I believe, but it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. It's not like, oh, now if you get one in the playoffs, then you're going to miss a game. It doesn't. You sort of reset it all, and then I'm sure they're a little more well-behaved, so to speak, in the playoffs.
Well,
So
the referee-
And
the
they play
referees-
fewer games in the playoffs, too, because they go sweep, 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 sweep.
The referees do give you a little bit more room as well in the playoffs. Like if things are a bit tense, they tend to not throw out those guys with 2 quick whistles. But the Warriors do have a bit of a reputation for getting hot under the collar and then just exploding.
Well,
on
it
a
cost them some money, as we saw in
Yeah.
the Wolves game there, too. And everybody went nuts, and they're taunting the refs, and then end up getting fined for what
And
they said.
that
and
may have
tweeted after.
actually cost them the game as well. Not necessarily for that tech foul, but because then there was a soft foul called on Towns that went on, and the Wolves went on to win it. So it could cost them in that situation there. But the Warriors, they do tend to reel it in come playoff time.
Trey, our final one.
All right, anytime you're the only other name on a list with Wilt Chamberlain, you must be doing something right. And last night, Russell Westbrook did a lot right, becoming the first player since Wilt in 1968 to notch at least 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists in a single game. Guys, that's a nugget party. True or false? This was Russell Westbrook's most impressive stat line.
Most impressive, I'm not sure. It definitely is most meaningful to him. And you're seeing a lot of people, there's some backlash this morning of saying Russ was waving off Billy Donovan. They're up 16, this game's over. Donovan wants to sub him out. And he's like, no, I want to get 2 more rebounds. But he wanted those rebounds because this was his tribute to his slain friend in Nipsey Hussle. This is something that he wanted to do. This is in a weird way, his way of grieving, or of course, again, a tribute to him. So, I don't see why you would possibly be all that upset. He went out and did it. And also, it's incredible to do it.
Yeah.
Whether or not, he wasn't playing 48 minutes like Wilt was doing it back in 1968. He didn't play the whole game. He wanted to get 2 more rebounds at the end, but
Wilt
this is crazy. This is
Wilt
amazing.
only had 13 shots. That's a weird night for Wilt Chamberlain.
Lee,
Yeah.
you
Get a
saw
lot of
that
weird.
game. What was it like watching Wilt Chamberlain play?
Yeah, what do you think about the
Wilt
game,
was stat
Westbrook?
stuffing last night. No, look, I mean, Westbrook, he's the only player probably in the league who can actually do that because he plays with so much intensity the entire game. And he's stat padded before, and he's done that a lot. And last night, sort of same thing, but with a little bit more meaning for him.
There's more meaning
Exactly,
to him,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
he doesn't care what we think
No, of
or
course he
anybody
doesn't. No.
else thinks. That was like important to him.
Yeah.
The reference, obviously, the 20 plus 20 plus 20 and what it meant to Nipsey and his area that he grew up in LA. So that's all. That's all Russ cares about, that it was a tribute to him. So, I mean, I have no problem with this whatsoever.
No.
It didn't really feel like the Lakers did either.
No.
Honestly? Did it?
No, of course
No.
not.
No. So there we go. But let's hear from you guys. Agree or disagree on Twitter. Hashtag the starters. Was it his most meaningful / most impressive stat line? He's had a couple loses. When we come back, Lee and Tass step into the crossfire. Oh, it's going to get heated.
Oh,
Don't go anywhere.
no.
The Starters is presented by Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 and Tennessee Honey.
Welcome to Crossfire. Here's how this works. The champion, Tass Mellis, will take on the challenger, Lee Ellis, in 3 rounds of head-to-head questions. At the end of it all, I'll declare a winner. And as always, the Crossfire championship belt is on the line, as is a match in WrestleMania this weekend. Yes, you'll be
the
on
international
the card.
match.
You'll be on the card. All right,
Awesome.
first one here. Round 1, guys. The playoffs are 10 days away. Just 10. And while there's still some playoff seeding to figure out, I want you guys to look ahead and tell me what first round series do you hope we see? Here we go.
Rockets, Thunder. Top 2 scorers in the league this season, Harden, Paul George. 2 last MVPs, Harden and Westbrook. Those guys faced off in the 2017 playoffs, so I'm sure Russ wants some revenge. And I like how they're very similar style teams. They rely on their 2 stars, Paul and Harden and Paul George and Westbrook. Otherwise, if they don't get it from those guys, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen when Patrick Beverly also faces Russell Westbrook. Lots to look at.
Yeah, it should be a fun series, but come on, it's the Raptors and the Pistons. That's what we want in the first round, especially being a Raptors fantastic because this year against the Pistons, Raptors are 0-3. You know, Dwayne Casey wants that first round series as well. He knows all the little ways that Nick Nurse is going to get his team to go. This would be a fun series because the Pistons know if they can steal, particularly game 1 in Toronto, then some Raptors fans get a bit nervous.
That's going to be 7
You're
home
off
games.
to a rough start. You're playing from behind here,
It's going
Ellis.
to be
I'll tell you
Jurassic
right
Park 2 down there.
All right, here we go. Round 2. Last night, DeMarcus Cousins, he dominated Jokic and the Nuggets, and boy, did he let them know about it as he searched for the Joker with the Warriors up by 30 with like 6 minutes to go. Yeah, pretty ruthless there. But guys, I want to know, what's the NBA's best taunt? Here we go.
I'm going to go back a few years. Gerald Henderson was at the free throw line against the LA Clippers and he saw DeAndre Jordan there and he said, hey, DeAndre Jordan, watch how I shoot these free throws here. He misses the first, then he says the second one, hey, watch this. Guess what? Clunk. He misses that one as well. And then DeAndre Jordan back the other end. Oh yeah, I watched it. Guess what? That game, the Blazers lost by 2 points to the LA Clippers. That was why. Great taunt, badly executed.
Interesting. The best taunt is the rock-a-baby taunt because it gets under players' skin. Nobody wants to be called a baby. It started with Russell Westbrook, but it's so widespread. Even his enemies are doing it, like Klay Thompson
Klay
and
wasn't
Yusuf
carrying a baby then.
Nurkic. Yeah, and I like it's happened organically as well because Russell Westbrook's had a few kids the last couple of years. Organic, just
How
like the
big-
marketers want. Organic.
How big's the baby Klay Thompson's rocking when he's doing like
Baby,
that?
it's a big baby, Lee. All right, final round, guys. Although Dirk has yet to officially announce his retirement, Mark Stein says that the Mavericks are preparing a massive party for their final home game next week on Tuesday, just in case Dirk does retire. But I want you guys to put on your party planning hats, all right? What's something that must happen at this Dirk party? Here we go.
Well, it's going to be called the Dirkus Circus, of course.
Yes.
Dirk likes a lot of weird and wacky things, I'm sure. This is what'll be happening under the Dirk tent. We'll have a piggyback contest.
Yeah.
It's fun for the whole family. What about a baseball toss? You want to see how fast you can throw a baseball? Sure, we'll have lots of radar guns. And we'll also have a bug killing contest. How many bugs can you kill in 10 minutes? Or a minute. I don't know. Dirk can kill a lot.
All right.
What must happen is we must be invited to that. I think that'd be the party of the century. You saw how the Mavs celebrated after they won the championship. But what must be there is a karaoke machine because Dirk is the worst singer in the world. But that's what makes karaoke so good. You don't want a good singer, you want a bad singer. So
That's
everyone
true.
gets involved and has a great time. And hopefully have Dirk, do this one again. The old Born in the USA. It was perfect. That's what we want.
All right, that is Crossfire. Lily, you nearly saved yourself with that final answer, but Tess took the first 2 rounds, and he takes another Crossfire.
I'll see you on Sunday.
Yes.
Well, you won't see me.
We'll be fighting Kofi Kingston. When we come back, we're going to talk about Curry getting contacts lenses and why it's not fair at all. Don't go anywhere.
Kofi Kingston?
Cool. Get your thumbs out. We're into the up-down report. First one, the Washington Wizards are searching for a new GM after firing longtime team executive Ernie Grunfeld on Tuesday. And word on the street is they will have plenty of suitors for the gig. Woj and NBC Sports report that many execs find the job to be desirable and want to crack at it. I'm going to ask you guys, are you up or down on that Wizards GM job being a desirable one? What do you think? Nice. Everybody's up.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, you've got 2 all-NBA talent-type players in John Wall and Bradley Beal. So something there as a foundation. I know, obviously, John Wall's carrying an injury and that massive contract, but when he's at his best, he's a fantastic player. And Beal has shown, basically, this season, he's also in line for all-NBA. So there's the good pieces there. You also can't really do any worse. So the sky, things are going to improve, aren't they?
The bar is set low.
Exactly. So I think it'd be something a lot of GMs would like.
The doing worse is kind of part of why I'm up on this too. The expectations for the Wizards, it appears, are make the playoffs. As long as you make the playoffs, you can keep your job for a long, long time. Ernie Grunfeld worked there for 16 years. They won 4 playoff series. All you got to do is win, 40-ish games in the Eastern Conference. You're good for the next decade of your life.
They've never won 50 games, so that would be the first goal. If you could do that, then you're already doing better than Ernie.
Right. Yeah, I agree. There's tons of job security. 16 years being pretty meh. In this workforce, in this economy, not bad at all. But in all honesty, you come into that job, you've got a lot of money tied up the next couple of years. You probably have to tear it down or do something with it.
Yeah.
So there is job security sort of built in. Those expectations shouldn't be next year, 1920, to be a great team. I think that person who comes in there is going to have a few years to make it happen.
All right, next one, guys. Steph Curry. He was in a bit of a shooting slump, if you can call it that for him. I guess it was February to mid-March, but he's been on fire over the last 9 games, hitting 49% from 3. So what changed? Well, he started wearing contacts. That's what he told the Athletics' Marcus Thompson. I'm serious, he said. I'd gotten used to squinting for so long that it was just normal. But now he's got the contacts in. Guys, are you up or down on Steph wearing contacts? It doesn't seem fair to me.
Way down.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Skeets. It's unfair that Steph Curry is going to be better at shooting now. The guy shot 43% from 3 in his career without being able to see. I think the NBA should go the other way. Make him play in those things you get during high school. It looks like you're drunk. You can't see anything straight. I think he can still shoot 35% with the drunk goggles on.
Yeah, why don't they make the old Kurt Rambis glasses come back? And you have to wear those instead of contact lenses. But it's crazy that he couldn't see for the first, 10 years of his career.
It was blurry, I guess.
Yeah, and oh my God, what's going to happen now? He's going to break all sorts of records.
No, I think he's going to get worse. Shooting,
Too clear.
Shooting's not about seeing, it's about feeling.
Oh.
Now he can see, he can just feel it. That's how good he is. Now he's going to see, it's not going to work.
It's been working for the last 9 games,
amazing.
but I'm with you.
Yeah,
I am with you.
He's going to shoot 100%.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he could. He might. All right, final one, guys. This was weird. LeBron was on the bench last night. Needed some help with his chain. Luckily for him, Kyle Kuzma was there. He swooped in to offer a lending hand. Bron later thanked Kuz on Instagram and joked that last night was Kuzma's first assist of the season to the King. Fun little burn there. Guys, you up or down on helping put on your friend's necklace?
If you can't
Or
dress
chain.
yourself, then you don't have someone to help you when you're at a game.
Interesting.
Dress yourself. That's my only rule here.
I thought I was going to be the only one going down, but I have a little bit of experience. On our April Fool's Day show, you guys were trading my necklace back and forth,
right.
and I had to watch with trepidation.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When somebody else is handling your jewelry and it's a dainty chain like mine,
Yeah.
I was just basically staring over, oh, don't break that. Don't break that. My mom will be so mad.
That's why I'm bringing up the April Fool's Day show. I took it off, and it actually came unlatched. And I couldn't put it back on. That's why I'm thumbs up. Kyle Kuzma put it on in like 4 seconds. I couldn't get that for like a minute. I gave the Skeets, you figure it out.
Yeah, I got the tinier fingers. I guess I can figure it out. All right, let's hear from you guys.
Sometimes you need a friend. I'm up now.
Jump on Twitter, hashtag the starters. Thumbs up or thumbs down for all 3 of those. The Wizards GM job, Curry wearing contacts, and helping your buddy put on his chain. When we come back, Lily hits us with that very solid play. Don't go anywhere.
I help buddies put on their bike chain all day.
Big doubleheader on NBA TV tonight. You got the Celtics versus the Heat. Heat trying to hold on to a playoff spot. Celtics obviously trying to have home court advantage in the first round, and then that's followed by the Rockets and Clippers. Rockets trying to stay in the 3rd seed, Clippers right now in the 6th seed trying to move up, so lots on the line. All right, we asked you though, what's a good nickname for the 20-20-20 that Westbrook put up last night? Trey like Nugget Party. What do you guys come up with? Hashtag the starters, Trey.
A lot of good answers. Here's a bunch of them. Our friend Mo Verney says the triple 20 tonight. Russell Westbrook scores the triple 20. Thanks, Mo Verney. Here's some more. A 3-bute. The Nipsey Special, I like that
Yeah, I
one.
like that.
The Nip Trip, I like that one as well. Says name it after Nipsey and Russell Westbrook. The Hustle Westbrook, very good. The 20-20-20, a lot of people referencing Friday out there. Harken back to the free payphone calls, 10-10-220s. It's wordy, but I like it. The Triple Vente if you're down at Starbucks. But a great answer comes from Samuano, the Trip Lee. That's if you get 19s across the board, but you think you got 20s.
Very, very good. Great tweets, guys. All right, just a reminder, we haven't forgotten, Trey will be paying off his March pick'em loss before we get into the playoffs, so we're running out of time here. If you've got a late suggestion, let us know. Hashtag the starters for what Trey should do. Got a few things on the whiteboard upstairs, but we haven't locked it in yet.
Somebody said eat 20 burger patties, 20 pieces of cheese, and 20 buns.
Ooh, all right. Yeah. Lee, VSP.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one here from the Warriors. And before Kevin Durant threw a tantrum last night, he was playing some beautiful basketball and ending with a perfect 3-point swish bomb. Check out the screening here from Andrew Bogut. It's
That
good
was
to have
nice.
him back.
I saw this lively, and I
Yeah.
thought to myself, we're going to be seeing that tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Lee.
That's what I call a very solid play.
Also very solid from that game, we had Wedgie. Hello, Wedgie, 37 on the season.
Chill.
Klay Thompson. Usually, he can see straight.
That game gave us everything last night.
Yeah, an ejection.
Yeah.
And this one
One.
was a deep wedgie. Torrey Craig went after it, couldn't get it, but eventually they got it down.
All right.
Mark it up.
All right.
I think
Good.
there.
Not bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, we got one fan sign, Lily.
This is from Danny Ferrari, who flew all the way from Abu Dhabi to Dallas for this one. But he's from Geelong, which is in Victoria, Australia. He's a fan of Ryan Brokoff. So great job there, Danny Ferrari.
So many different places.
Oh, you got cheated, Lily. You got cheated. It's actually pretty ironic. A guy named Danny Ferrari flew.
That's right.
Really think
Long drive from Abu Dhabi
Yeah,
to
that's
Dallas.
exactly right. All right, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. 10 before tip coming up next. We'll see you right here on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, we have Geelong time to talk right now. So anyone want to talk about anything? We got like 10 seconds.
Geelong the Cats.
Yeah,
Gary
I knew
Ablett.
that.
Yeah. Gary Ablett Jr.
I didn't know that part.
Nathan Ablett, the Ablett family.
Embrace the night, people.